Easy 3 Sport Production. I'm your host, Suttles, and before we get started, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that sub button. Make sure you click that like button. YouTube always likes it. And be sure to leave your comments in the comment section. I want to hear what you got to think about this next subject. So without further ado, let's get it. New York Giants football is back. After the bye week, the New York Giants face off against the Houston Texans, and they take care of business, 24-16. This game was definitely a lot further than what the score really indicated, but this is what playoff teams are supposed to do. Playoff teams are supposed to beat the teams that they know that they are supposed to beat. Texans only had one win coming into the season. They were a tough opponent. They was not just going to let you just come in there and ramrod them. But at the end of the day, the Giants did what they did best, and that was run the ball, and they got through this game, improving to 7-2 and sole possession of second place in our division, only behind the undefeated Eagles. This game really came down to the running game. That's what it came down to, because the Texans were very weak in that department. Their pass defense was pretty good, but their rush defense was horrible. It's going on a historic run of being the worst run defense ever. And what did the Giants do? Take advantage of that. Who's our best player? Saquon Barkley. Guess what? Give Saquon Barkley a career-high 35 touches. To the tune of 153 yards and a touchdown. Daniel Jones, we seen something. He threw the ball 17 times for 197 yards, but at the end of the day, 2 touchdowns. That's what we were looking for. The pass to Darius Slayton. One of these wide receivers is beginning to step up, and Darius Slayton seems like that he's the guy who's trying to show that he is this #1 wide receiver. Now, do I believe that he is because he's a 5th-round draft pick? No. But for the time being at where this team is at, for the position that he's at, he is going to have to step up, which he did today. And he ended up having a 50-plus yarder after breaking a tackle and showing off his speed for a touchdown. Now, overall, the defense did a phenomenal job. What they came into, they made sure that Dameon Pierce was not going to be the guy who was going to beat them. They was going to make Davis Mills, their 3rd-round quarterback, beat us. And guess what? To the surprise of nobody, he couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it. It was time that they got down there to the red zone, and he threw an interception. They held them point after point after point, and the defense really did dominate. They really did dominate. Dexter Lawrence came through with another sack. He is having a career year. That's 5 sacks for him. That is a career high. Leo also, he got into the mix with a 1/2 sack. The defense just looked really good. Even though without having Xavier McKinney, Julian Love being that Mike, he definitely got this defense rolling. But I don't want to get too excited, because this was supposed to be a win. Because the Texans only had one win throughout the season, and that was when they beat Jacksonville. So this team isn't really good. But you have to go in there and you have to establish how you are going to be this playoff team and how you are going to finish off this season. And by beating the Texans the way that we did, because we did thoroughly dominate this game, the score may not have shown it, which I believe that the score wasn't going to show it. We wasn't going to go out here and beat them by 3 touchdowns. It's very hard to blow a team out in the NFL. But looking at the game, you just knew the Texans had absolutely no chance. Even when the score was 7-3, you still felt that the Texans had no chance of actually winning this game. And that's the feeling that I want when we playing up against these lesser teams, these non-playoff teams. The Giants are supposed to dominate to the point that the score may not show it, but they are making sure that there's no way that this team is going to win, and that's what I seen in this game. They made a statement, and they made it as in, this is our game, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to make sure that we are going to be that team going forward. Now,